Okay, boys and girls, this afternoon I'm going to make a nice little lobster wrap. It's going to be very simple. What I have here in my bowl is just some lobster salad. Just had some leftover lobster from last night, chopped it up a little bit with just a little bit of light mayonnaise, not a whole lot. Most of this is actually lobster pieces that were just poached in a little bit of water and some white wine. And so I just put a little bit of mayonnaise in there, mix it all up, and that's what we have in here. I'm going to use a whole grain Tumaro's tortilla wrap. It's got a great flavor to it. It's going to add nicely to our lobster salad here. And what we're going to do to make this is I'm going to extend this out a little bit with some lettuce. I don't need all of that, but we'll start with this right here. And what we're going to do here is just slice through this lettuce pretty thinly. Actually, I want to use these. It's that easy. Add not quite all of it here, but just a little bit to our lobster here. We're just going to mix this around. You don't have to mix it in here with it if you don't want to. I just thought it would give it an interesting combination of flavors here. So you can just put your lettuce down and put the lobster right on top of it. And go ahead and use the rest of that. And that's just what I used there was just the inside of a romaine heart, just the inside, smaller, more tender leaves. Then what I have here are two small Roma tomatoes. I seeded them, just diced them up a little bit. I'm gonna add those in there. Now, a lot of people think that you have to have a serrated knife to cut tomatoes, or those special little tomato knives that are out there. I personally think that's a bunch of baloney. The only thing you really need to cut a tomato is a very sharp knife. Keep your knife nice and sharp, hold it before you go to cut your tomatoes, slide right through them without squishing them down. So if you get to a point where you're cutting, if you have a lot of tomatoes to cut and you're noticing that it's taking a little bit more effort to get that in there, just throw it through your honer again, your sharpener, and you're off and going again. So it's that easy. Anyhow, here we go. I've got 2 pieces of pepper jack cheese that I'm going to put down here just because it sounded good for some reason to me today. Probably not something you would normally want to do, but I had it, and there we go. Anyways. This is just some shallot salt. It's salt with some dried shallot in it from Pinsy's. Adds a really nice flavor to anything. I didn't want to add onions to this because I wanted to keep it nice and light in flavor. But that's just going to add a nice little oniony flavor on top there. So always to wrap, you start with your sides. Bring your top over. Roll it up. Again, sharp knife here. A quick slice right down. Cut them on a bias. You can cut them right down the middle, but this makes it a little bit nicer in appearance when you have them cut on a bias. If you were going to serve this as like an hors d'oeuvre, you could just roll it up and then cut little rounds right out of it, but that's a quick and easy little lobster wrap. Makes for a great light lunch. Give it a try sometime. We'll see you later.